And so, you know, I'm happy actually. So. And you know, somebody actually asked me, like, why do I care about that clapping stuff? That people clap or don't. I think it matters. Because as a point of authority, you guys are listening. And I have to do everything right. I can't do bullshit. And if somebody does bullshit, you have to call on that. That's bullshit. Show me the evidence. And if you go, I just like it, then it's not an argument. As adults, as an argument, it's not an argument. I like it. And that's why all the masses have to do it. You know, logical arguments and stuff. I like it. You can like it, but you do it on your own. Don't do it to masses. If you do it to masses, explain why it's necessary. If you can't, don't do it. You liking it doesn't care. I don't care. So do it for the right reason. I'm not against clapping. Just explain it's just, I like it. There's nothing, you know, could be experimental, but just, I don't like it. I'm not against like coach would do like, it makes also sense like a pause to the technique. Let's go, yeah? And when everybody does, bring it back in. But don't bring masses into it, like 1, 2, 3. I know why it works. I know when to use it. It's a special occasions, and you know, it's all cool. But just, it's not what it is. So that's what I'm against. People think it's, you know. So, and if you're a school teacher or whatever, just you should know that's not what you do. So if you find any paper that says you have to do it, I will read it. Then I do it. I must, you know. I like to know. So close guard. Oh shit. Yes. Close guard, top and bottom. It's a mixture because I usually teach defensive postures because that's the only way to know how to attack people if the defense is good. Because nowadays we know that let's say if I say we shouldn't, that's too much. Let's say you put your head here, legs there, back on the mat. Let's say I'm not doing any more of those arm bars. Yeah. I think it's exceptional when you get my both elbows. You could try. On me. It rarely happens. So this is very good. It's like a double trouble on legs, but it's very hard to get and good guys should be. But it's easy to get because most guys can't escape arm bars. And then they usually tap already here. So I can tap maybe there. Probably. The score is right now 29-3. I'm winning. I discovered a month ago. I'm doing statistics. 29 arm bars escaped, 3 tapped. Pretty good statistics in a straight arm. It's not actually that hard to escape straight arm bars. So, but that's a bad thing. So nowadays we're doing this, or I think Shiwan and stuff, we're doing those things. Arm bars, like we're hiding our legs. So that's like leg locks, you know. That becomes similar to attackable. I don't need a double arm, I need the shoulder. I need to pin the shoulder. So that's very interesting, that I'm actually looking for like a changing, I think. I need only that shoulder and then I can arm bar. I don't need double arm. It's good to have it, but against the good guy, it's not happening. So much. So I'm usually about defense, and because that fixes right away the attack. So today I'm going to talk about 50 minutes about close guard top and bottom, because the way I play bottom, because the top is different, and I've a little bit tested the top against the different people here, and so just to be curious what to do, and I'm always testing the things on black belts, you know. That's why I like to give the back away, and so challenge. I'm always skeptic that somebody can choke me out. It happens, but then I know why, and then I do it again, and you know. So that's why you see me a lot of playing turtle and backs. I'm testing my stuff, and because there's a good pool of good people here, I'm just, you know, destroying me. So then I take their timing, I steal their timing, and then I move on. So now I've tested my stuff. So I'm always about testing. I can attack also, but mostly I play my game because everybody's so aggressive passing guard. So I don't want to go there. Just like this. So I'm just gonna pass my guard. I usually get back, then I sweep, and then I'm top, then I'm just calm again. So I like to be like, I like time limitless rolls. If it's 5 minutes, I can't do it. It's like, you know, it's an anaerobic exercise already. So I'm just don't care if people pass my guard. And that's why a lot of escapes, because if you have a good escapes, you don't worry about the guard. There's nothing anyway there if you pass. And then if you know there's nothing there, if you pass the wrong way, then you stop passing aggressively. Because there's nothing there. You have to pass the right way to deserve side control. Otherwise, there's no side control for you there. So passing becomes a little bit different. You have to pass, you know. You can jump and stuff, but, you know, the defense is different. So escaping fixes the attacks. First you're under attack, then you're under defense, then it fixes the attacks, and then you go always back and forth. So close guard top is the way I'm saying out loud. I know I maybe confuse people because everybody does this and only Priit is doing differently. I don't have to fix everything, but I do, and everything works better after that. So let's say, close guard. So top is, I play top this way. It's with a gi also. I don't have a gi jacket, it's kind of sweaty, so somebody maybe loans me a gi jacket. So the way I play top, we did it in Leuven. Just to give you like a insight, I don't like it. I dislike seal feet when it's pressure passing. I think this is seal feet. This is like flat feet in boxing. You can do it in boxing, but it's defensive. And even if you're defensive, you're always on the toes walking back, not on your heels. So this is seal feet. I think this should be, in this position, banned in Jiu-Jitsu. So it's a very passive. You can't have pressure here. And everybody's doing this. With a gi, they have a plan. They grab, this and that, and they have this. They cheat it a bit. With no gi, there's nothing. Yeah, people are confused here. What to do? You can't use it in MMA. It's like very weird to punch, and it's weird stuff. You can't have pressure, and so I use it differently. So it's all observation, and I use it actually because of Condit and GSP fight. Do you know? I've seen old fight, GSP and Condit. When Condit was in bottom, GSP was holding the head, yeah, and just elbowing him in the face and like killing the angle. And under all the bright lights, John Danaher in his corner, I guess it was, and then they chose the tactics of grabbing the head, and then just killing the angle and just punching him in the face. And for me, it was blasphemy, because Jiu-Jitsu is this, you have to stand up and everything else, and they were like going in. It was like, shouldn't work, but it worked. And then you watch MMA, people stack a lot, and then Jits guys who grab the gi are fucked usually, because they haven't used to that wrestling pressure. Everybody's used to people going away, and if I stack, you're done. So it's wrong. So something's wrong. It bothers me a lot. I see those details, and that's because I'm after details. I annoy a lot of people also in life, because just details bother me. And that's a bad thing, sometimes it's social in a life, but it's a good thing in Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah, so the way I teach stacking in, passing through guard also this way. Also Roger Gracie does that. There's an example of him in Roger Gracie TV. And then I can stand up. I don't think stand up is bad, but it's just both works, full spectrum of stuff. So how I do it is, like one is here, and then, so we have this, we have this, we have this, but this is the angle. I shut down this, and then we go back. We have this, this, this. This always is static, this is always free. This is the pressure, kind of messes up everything. There's no armbars, triangles, sweeps, nothing. Yeah. And then all more neutral would be here. This is kind of bad. I'm actually here. This is a weird distance to have. And they can't usually. I do the same thing with the hip, and everybody talks, the achings and stuff, and just toes on the mat. Just quit the seal feet. So toes, and then it's usually the magic is I can also do this. Most people won't expect this. To the close guard. So that's what usually happens. I hide my legs, they don't expect it, and then I open it. But if they a little bit too tighter than this, you can open from here, and you can start to stand up. I don't mind stand-ups. So everything there is should have worked, like knee between the cheeks, and But it's all based on me controlling the arms. So Chris Hallater is talking about it differently. The bottom guy is always controlling the arms, avoiding headbutts and stuff. So that's the point. For me, this is it's a bad example, but I hope you see the point of that, but I haven't found a better one. It's a paper, scissors, rock game. Because that's not the problem here. And it drives me nuts, because this, and now they have two arms free. Understand? Nothing happened. They still can grab my gi and yank and do the Carlos Machado grip, and the problem are not here. So fight me a little bit. I grab my lapels and stuff. So there's still, I have to be this, and I'm fighting like a 4-arm monster, There's still 2 arms left. I'm not fighting the problem. Problem is not this. Problem is, if I get this, there's nothing after that. So I need the wrist fight. And then it's, you see all the old Gracie videos also, they do it this way. They're seal feet, and they, grab in, choke, grab the collar. So they do this, yeah? You see that, Jorge Gracie videos also, they do scissor sweeps and stuff. They don't stack, and they're leaning, and that's why scissor sweep works. But then when you stack, And when you pressure here, this is you get swept. This is not. You have pass right away, and this is the angle we found like a month ago. I'm actually 91% sure I'm right. And then a month ago it was 88.5. So, and it's close. It's getting closer there, and I'm right. And then Daniel Bertina is listed in Holland. He has really crazy results. And so, it's all. If you're an MMA guy, you will get it right away. This is like you open the guard right now. You get punched in the face. This is day one. I'm teaching this to day one people. They self-defense MMA, no gi, everything is day one. And you have this, you do this, and the guard is gone. You can't do the guard. And I will show you how you play the guard. It's closed guard, not closed. It's never closed legs. Otherwise, it's fixated mind. So they can't do it. And then I can stand up every time I want, or I have a this. The chokes are gone. I can pass. So the stacking is the key. So just not the key, but just stacking in, going away. It depends what they do. And I use my legs, and I use top as I use this as top position. And I shut everything down. I use the same position as top also, and this is back escapes also the same tripod and so. So that's the weird stuff I do. Just pin people's arms and most things won't work. They try to choke and it's not there, there's feet, no, not there, usually open up. Because most people, if I do this, put the knee here. They open, then it's like, thank you. So I need, because they can't use closed legs. And here, hold on tight. And then I go. And I think it's really dangerous to teach people close guard. Because I think it's a very bad habit, because it's just, I have leg locks. And you are opening your legs, you're keeping legs away from your chest, that's the thing you have to do. And if you're opening that, teaching that to beginners, they get punched in the face and they get leg locked. So that's really bad. And so I teach it differently, because it doesn't make any sense. And I know it goes against everything you know. But if you watch sports, do stuff, then it's just evidence is there. People stack. People killing black belts guard by stacking in. Rubber guard is killed by stacking in. That's the solution. Stack in. They can't do it. You watch any EBI. Stacking is not the best thing. Just it's one of the spectrums. Stacking, one end, standing up, other end. Now I teach full spectrum, like back escapes. I can stack, I can stand up. So you should teach people the full spectrum of moves, not the stuff that I like only standing up. You're missing out. Then you meet a wrestler, you're fucked. Because they stack in. That's the natural instinct. And it kills Jiu-Jitsu. That's why we have a, top guy has to be active in IBGF, because wrestlers in, 20 years ago. Because they took people down, they didn't have a guard, so they didn't know what the guard was, so they got in close guard, they just stacked, mauled people, and that was it. Watch Ken Shamrock and Royce Gracie. Second fight, super fight they had, yeah? Ken was just inside their guard, just, playing with the head, headbutting, just staying really close, stacking in, guard was gone. You can't use it. The way they do it, just grabbing the collar. So, and collar is not good for breaking posture anyway. So that grip is way better. And then the gi. It's not a bad thing, but that has to be a choice. So, about the bottom top. Any questions about it? You have to test it, you have to feel it. So that's the way I do it. But posture is very simple. And then you just move. And then you just stack, and depends what you do. What else? That's the top. And that's the reason, leg locks. The way, if you open keep your legs like that, if you do this and then you open, you get leg locks and punch in the face. So you shouldn't do it, and there has to be a reason why you open. So it's not like you have to open, and that's what Priit said, but you have to feel it, it's gone, and that's why you open. And now I'm going to show you how I do close guard bottom. I teach it close because the reference point is they're close. The reference point is not that leg has to be closed. Until they're close to me, I can do my stuff. And that's the better reference point because it gives me four different motions with legs. Hooks under, hooks over, hooks on the hip, and hooks locked. So I can use my legs freely until they're close. If I lose the closeness, I do what Björn did, yeah? Björn, yeah. The same card, MMA card. Exactly the same game pretty much. So that's very good for self-defense, no gi, MMA, everything. Just day one right away. So, a close guard. What you do is you get here. You may ask, how do I get here? That's another question. If they're up, I'm usually doing this anyway. If it's a competition, stalling, whatever it is, but I do this. And the only difference is I play also this. I can play inside and outside, there's both. Rafa Mendes played against Rodolfo Vieira like this. Very annoying grip also to have. So inside is also good. I tilt more with this, and outside is very annoying. MMA, no DP, everything. So, but first, close guard. So necktie, double you don't have to, and it's actually better to do all the chokes here. If you're ex-Shokai, loop Shokai, you love this. So all the chokes makes more sense here. I will show you later. So neck, and now this would be very bad because they will free the head, go, and get up, yeah? And now I'm getting punched in the face and leg locks and open the legs, go back. So the key is the legs. The key is the grilled chicken open guard, rotisserie grilled chicken in your language, I guess. So, and now I pull the legs, and now it's the pressure here, get up. Go, go. What happens? Why you can't get up?
Well, you got your legs on.
I know. So I'm pulling forward, yeah? Without this, it's only arms and I could beat that. Because here, I can just keep the knees also open, but just, you know, I'm here. And this, I always grip fight, but I'm keeping my knees, I'm keeping it forward. It also makes all the arm bars better. It's just, I know it sounds weird, but from doing here, even in the bad posture, put seal feet, sit down, yes. So from doing arm bars from here, it's kind of crazy. But doing arm bars later, see what, the elbow has to be here to do arm bars, yeah? That's the kind of the rule, a basic one. So, but if they're here, how do I get them here? I kind of have to drag and stuff, and they have a strong back. But look what happens when my initial posture is good. Try to posture up. Where are the arms? They're always here, because I'm pulling with my legs, and now everything makes sense. Because my legs are working and arm can switch. If I do this, now it's only arms and it has a strong back and also arms, so I lose. So first drill, just do it wrong, feel it like it's easy to go, even with the gi grips, and then wait, and then do it right, keep it there, and this has to do less work, then go. You don't hit two arms, just switch a little bit, keep them here. They can punch you here and get headbutt you here, everything is safe, yeah? For MMA and stuff, and that's the close guard. And then everything you know from here works. Arm drags, all the fancy stuff, arm drags, leg drags, not arm drags, arm bars, triangles, overhooks, everything works there. So it's just a beginning posture, so everything will work just better. And it does, so that's why I do it. And if they posture up, I change. And you know, as a coach, or maybe you tried, it's very, people get stuck to close guard, yeah? And then you posture up, they're holding, and then they open, they're still holding, and you have, you know, they don't change the open guard very early. They should already recognize the position is gone, open guard. But they're taught that the open guard is like bad thing, you know? And the close guard, you should keep the close guard. And before I let you try it, one rhetorical question. You may answer, but it's a trick question. It's like, you know, which one is more important in Jiu-Jitsu? Day one, let's say if you teach beginners. Is it closed guard or is it open guard? Which one is more important for beginners? Who thinks closed guard? You should, like, it's a king, you teach it, and that's what the way I do it, closed guard. You're lying, I know. So, and who thinks open guard? I know you're lying. Because any gym you go, they teach beginners closed guard. I know you do. But let's say the other way I ask you, without what guard you can't play? Well, no, I mean close or open. Without what guard you cannot play? Open guard, yeah? You can always ditch close guard. It's not fundamental. And to just correct myself, I only think it's only grilled chicken and then everything else. I don't differentiate Jiu-Jitsu open guard and closed guard like everybody else does. I think it's just open guard, and then it's closed guard, the Arriva, spider, everything else is just comes from that position. Even closed guard is a guard after the open guard. We call it grilled chicken. We play here, yeah? And then legs closed, the Arriva, spider, everything is here. It's just the extension of that position. So there's no, I clearly believe it. You can argue that, coaches bring it in, we can argue, it's always fun. It's not like threatening or personal, just it's a science, we have to criticize each other. And you giving classes, it's you publishing paper. And you're getting scrutinized. That's how science works. You put out a paper and then people come like after you. Like, why it's wrong, why it's wrong. Do we do that in Jiu-Jitsu? Not really. It's a respect thing. Oh, we can't challenge that. It's a respect thing. No. Challenge me. I don't take it personally. Come with a vengeance. Say why I'm wrong, and I will think. And that's the only way to get advancement. You know how science works. That's the only way to get better. Do we do that in Jiu-Jitsu? No, he teaches like this, I do like this, we don't argue, it's not a respect, it's just a respect thing, you can't do it. This is going that. Science has to go up, we have to go like, and not personally, just, as a scientist against scientist. Let's, argue about our ideas. And somebody is more correct and somebody isn't, then we change. It has to be like this, otherwise it's dead. So that's why I do what I do. Because I actually believe I could be a scientist, and I'm arguing with people a lot. And they're not used to it, because it's martial arts stuff. It's not. It's just science, math, geometry. That's who's right, who's wrong. There's ideas also, competitive ideas. Let's talk about it. That's how everything works. It's not personal. So, do it wrong, do it right, think about it, and if you're a wrestler, you know different ways to do the necktie. Actually, you have to turn a little bit, that makes it better. If you have tie clinch also knowledge, you turn also, that's, So if you don't know those things, you just keep the tie. It also just works without that. And think about this, and think about it a little bit higher. Feel it, when it's actually weaker, because that's the bad thing. They get stronger here. That's the good thing. So if you go here, you slip. If you go here, it's bad. So find a good space. I give you like 2 minutes to try. Just wrong, right, you get it, and then you switch, yeah? Okay. It's a little bit like a shift in mind. And it's a good question I don't ask. I love wrestling. I think they're way smarter. There are 2,000 years of practicing. I don't think like 2,000 years is 2,000 years traditions matters. I think 2,000 years practice matters. Practical practice. If somebody has done something practically for 2,000 years, wow, what an experience. If somebody has written down something in 2,000 years, we still believe it today, that's a problem, yeah? We have traditions, like we did it, somebody did it in a jungle that way, so like, no. We can't live there. That's why we have cosmos and we flying the stars, because there's dinosaurs. We know better now, yeah? They have to leave. Yeah, we know better. So sometimes old things are good, but just in a manner of practice, not in a manner of just something weird, some tradition. Doesn't make any sense. World changes. We have to change with it. This basic necktie, that's kind of disappearing from Jiu-Jitsu. Some people have asked, can I do it in Jiu-Jitsu? I use a lot of neckties and stuff. In a gi also, I don't. My style is I never grab the gi. Okay, collar chokes, that's a joke. But rarely, I don't grab a gi. Just don't like it. Because I think natural handles are way better. We're physically meant to grab each other in the right places. And I just do it with the gi. Just more friction. And this doesn't make this. I love the physical manipulation of joints and stuff. It clicks, and then it's nothing works. If I do this, there's a slack. So I like wrestling is like how wrestlers grab and how they manipulate human body to get in and out. It's fascinating. So this cancels wrestling in that situation. They can't stack in. Because the problem is, your guard, I'm worried about beginners again, that's why I do it. Because you have to be safe. And if somebody does can opener, it's not like you shouldn't do that, it clearly works. Heel hooks also work, but if you tell people heel hook and learn how to escape them or recognize them, you tap. But nobody's teaching can openers. And that's why they're dangerous. Because somebody does it, your friend, you roll with a friend, and beginners, they grab the head, they squeeze anyway, and you're like, oh, not supposed to do that. No, it's very effective. In ADCC Pro, you can do it. So being aware of those things is good. And I'm doing the same stuff from the bottom, I guess, and top, you can't do it when I have this, you can't stack. So, close that. So, the guard has to work against Jiu-Jitsu guys and wrestlers. So, all grappling. So, try to stack in. Stack in, yeah? Toes on a mat, stack in, head on a mat. This kind of sucks, yeah? And you feel like all your 10 years are gone right now, because nothing works. So, stack. Now my legs are actually free. And they can't stack and they can headbutt, and now I'm gonna flower sweep them or, do something else. I don't overhook. I think that's very dangerous. You should overhook when you have certain clicks. Now you can overhook. This is exception. You should not doing that. You have wrist locks also here in a gi, you know that. They grab over the shoulders and you tap. So just don't do it. Certain grips, certain wrestling grips, awesome, they can't stack now. So I like wrestling. It's impossible to stack. So certain grips, you can do overhooks. There's also a slide, they can't stack now so well, you know. So certain things you can do, but that's wrestling. So I love wrestling stuff. The legs are free and I lock and then I do a bunch of stuff. Certain grip fighting, that's fascinating. Wrestlers usually do it best. So, this, stack in. I can do both and now I'm looking for stuff. They can't, you know, pass. So the guard has to be, the close guard works because they can't go away. They can't rush in, so you're safe for wrestlers. You expect the stack, you're not getting worried. And by the way, the stack. Here, people think it's blasphemy. Like, that's bad jiu-jitsu, you shouldn't stack. You have no idea how wrong you are. Because stack is a very fundamental move in jiu-jitsu. Let's say over-under pass. What it is, it's basically a stack. Leg and shoulder, pass. It's a stack. If you defend the arm bars, what you do? If you're late, you stack in. And also triangles, yeah? So triangles, there's ways to stack in. So there's all those exception stacks. So my mind said, I'm talking to myself a lot actually. I heard also Christian does it, so we're like, okay, I'm not the only one probably. So the stack, there's those exception stacks everywhere. So that means there has to be universal idea of stacks. Understand? The universal just stack has to be also there. And then we specialize a stack, armbar stack, triangle stack, but just the stack is also. And I do it all the time to guys here. They pull close guard, they're like, yes, and the weight is coming. And usually the compliment I get towards my game a lot, that the pressure is there all the time. I'm leaning forward all the time. And that's what you do in wrestling. You know, you always forcing, or if you box, you always like, you know, pressure. Always pressure. You're never static. So right away, by passing style, up or down, like smashing, or always leaning in. Always you're carrying my weight. In a bottom, you have superpower of 4 limbs. Yeah, 50 is your lower back. You can, you know, spin on that. Basically, you have 4 limbs. That's your superpower in bottom. Top, your superpower is gravity. So if you're just doing like seal feet and just squeezing and doing something, you're just pulling stuff to you and just gravity there. But if you add the lean, automatic lean, controlled lean, like any sport does, you know, boxing, wrestling, controlled lean, and then everything, you start to push into the grips. And they're better. Your arm gets less tight if you push into the grip. So if you this way also, you have more weight actually. If you just this, that's your body weight, but you can push into the, you know, gravity, so to speak. And you become heavier. So controlled lean is very, very important. Otherwise, just muscles and pulling and you get tired. So I'm all about like, using them less. My body position more and then them less. So now, you can try a little bit jiu-jitsu now also. So whatever you like. Is your game armbar, like an overhook, arm drag? What else is there? Like you can all work there better, and then you push-pull a little bit to move the arms. You pummel, like you would do in, you know, wrestling and stuff. You pummel, and then find your spot. So they should lose right now, and they should help you. So just relax, the arms in. So basically, what you do, if your arms are, that's, you know, very simple ideas. If your arms are here, that's kind of good place to go, you know, arm bars and stuff. But if you move, you know, you have arm drags. Also arm bars, I guess. But key is they're close. Try to go away. See? Now there's arm bars all the time because they can't get away. And it's like magic. And then we add arms. But if I would do it here, it's only arms. So that's just makes more sense to have there. And now I can, you know, this grip and that grip. So I can also have overhooks, arm on a mat, 10th planet style, just jiu-jitsu. And then head, I don't do this. Then they stack and pull out here, and now, and also I have like, you know, this is very good position. Just not in even angling, and what I do usually, I usually grab the ear also. That helps them to break the posture a bit more. Better, the neck is weaker here. You can also have this. So that's feet on hips. Actually, you don't have to push and pull. They're like, you know, under my frames, behind my frames. and I'm doing omoplatas, triangles, getting up here, whatever it is. So this is good. Arm drag is good. Bad, good. They can pull their elbow back. Now they can't. Arm bars, everything is there. So just work with that. And always have this grip. You can have that grip. You can have that. But this is good, but this breaks the posture also. And then you have different stuff here. You can move and manipulate. And also what I do a lot, I do this. I do it from back also. I love wrestling. I do those things. This is like a neck grab here with a lapel, but with a gi I do it like this. They have to address that, so a grip fight. Now I get arms. So, and also I do it the same thing in side control. That's actually the Greco-Roman wrestlers crossface. That they showed me that, can I do this? It hurts a lot. So they get, usually, you have this, you know that already. You have this, but wrestlers, they do this. That sucks. It's like a neck crack. And they pin your shoulder, and they do this. And that's, for them, they explain me that they feel like it's parterre. I have no clue what that means. Because I don't know, I know parterre, but how is that close to parterre move, whatever. But they said, this way I grab the hip also, and now I break the hip. And I'm like, okay, now we break somebody's neck, I guess, or something. So they're grabbing this because sometimes the arm is short. You can't have it here or there. And this is very, very annoying. So you do those things, Kotaro. Here, it's very common to grab the chin, yeah? You know that. Why not crossface? Why not do it in side control? Oh, it's totally new. No, it's not the same goddamn neck. So I do it from the back also. It annoys the shit out of people. Everybody expects, the hardness. No. This is very annoying. They can't stack now. Because here, stack in a little bit. They can stack. Go back. Stack. Same thing again. Yeah? And now we have different manipulation, wrestling stuff. So I like that no-geese grip. They manipulate body very differently. I'm discovering those things, not ready. I'm just, this grip again, this grip. Just like, and then we'll see what gi works. So I'm not against the gi. This is fascinating, how we can manipulate human body. Wrestlers, they know about it. They know the back, but just ask them, what you do here? Oh, I would do this, and then you're like, somehow. And then you go, oh, this was nice. Okay, I do it now. So they don't know Jiu-Jitsu, but they can help usually very much. So try the guard. Stack in, you can. Going away, you can't. Do the stuff. Do the armbar. Feel like they can't posture up. And you can pummel in, pummel out. Arm bars, overhooks, arm drags. 3-5 minutes. I will show the last posture. I thought not many years, but this is actually 2.5 years, I think almost 3. I've been working on close guard top. Because I stopped teaching close guard top in my academy. I didn't like it. I was so pissed at that. And that's why we lost some competitions. Because we got triangle and I didn't want to go there. I'm just not going to teach that. There's so many evidence, it's so bad that I just stopped doing that. I was like, okay, now it took me 2.5 years. Now we're 91% sure. So the grilled chicken open guard took me 13 years to figure out. Now I can teach open guard to everybody. And open guard is not special. Open guard is so easy. And usually if you have open guard, people compliment, oh, you're a good guard. I was like, don't you? Or I don't know. So it was, watch the match. That was the match. That gave me the idea. Romula, Braulio Stima and André Galvao, 2013 November super match. Watch that. Just good position, grilled chicken we call it, and nothing worked. The guy, Andrea Galvao, probably knows everything compared to me, but against that posture, he couldn't do anything. And they were like, what the hell? And that was a part. So that position that nobody talks about. You see so many videos about the guard. You see Mendes brothers, Keenan, everybody. They all use it. It's not secret that I do it. I can just explain it. And I have no clue why they don't do it. It just drives him mad. They're always teaching about guard, like a specific guard, this and that, and they don't teach about that posture that everybody uses, and that's why nobody gets past. And then it's like boxing, and then you punch from there, and then you go back. And that's the guard. But everybody's talking about punching. And nobody's talking about actually what's very important. Just it's hiding in plain sight. And I can teach you open guard in a weekend. And you're set for life. You can understand everything what you see. It's not that hard. And Jiu-Jitsu just makes it so complicated. And everything, De La Riva, Spider, everything is explainable. It's like the Darwin book of, what's the origin of life or something? Yes. Just grilled chicken. And then every complexity you can, yes. And then all the complexity you can explain by having that posture. Everything can be re-engineered to that position. So all complexity rises from one place. And that's why I'm teaching that, because it's the biggest bubble you have. And that from there, everybody's free to do anything they want. If I teach you you have many gyms who teach only Spider or De La Riva because coach is good. But that's your bubble. That's very limiting. I want to be in a gym that all that can happen will happen eventually. I want to create that environment. And grilled chicken is right now that. If you find something better, we go deeper to the source. Right now, we can explain everything what happens in guard using that posture. All complexity arises from there. Every guard. And that's also butterfly is there. So, that's the same thing. You have this, and you play like this. Kind of like what the last class was about also. So, open guard is it's not the easiest, it's just the same thing as everything else. And I know people have very hard time teaching that, but it's not so hard. Just let me teach you. Yes? It's that easy. Everything makes sense. All the Keenan and all the Rafa Mendes videos, they just all make sense when you just see it, what it is. And it's like magic. Watch that match, definitely. Braulio Stima and Galvao, you see the magic. Just one position. And just nothing happens. So, 20 minutes. And I'm always about statistics, it's repeatedly happen. Not like one time. It's all the matches about that, mostly. Anyway, one thing. I'll show you one posture that Hojo Gracie also showed. And Hojo kind of gave me trust that we're on the right path. So overhooks are lovely. If somebody has overhooks, I like it. So the position we usually go, close the legs. I use that a lot. And you pass here and you have also, if they're this way, you can pass here. Or you have wrestling ending, a little bit. Depends if they're better. But you stack. I pass a lot of guards like this. Because most people don't expect that, so I can choose which way. And stacking, if you just compare to the pass, put your head here. From side control, it makes more sense. I show you now, let's say, a little bit anecdotal, but get to the guard. Sorry? Get the guard. Full guard, and then, oh shit, get the arm, get back, and then come, and then pass again, yeah? You know that, that's why I do it. Doesn't make any sense. Because it's only one extreme. And it only makes sense if you have only one extreme. But when you have a stack, you just pass again. Without doing that silly big road. So, slowly go. Back here. So, it's not the best thing. I'm not saying, oh, this is the other thing bad. No. From that end, it makes sense to do those passes and those openings. And if you are away more, if they push you away, that makes sense to do that. And everything between there also happens. So the bubble has to be the biggest. And then your guard will be the best because you experience every attack. Wrestler style, standing up style, being on knee style, everything. And that's the only way to get better, very good. You see everything. And this kind of posture, actually, I use those things a lot. Feeding arms. Behind the back, yeah? Those passes are gone, you know that. People don't do them. I do them a lot. And I get compliments. Oh, that old school pass. No, it's just old school. So I do this, and then I'm stacking, and then boom. I do those things. So all the claim is that all what's possible that works should fit that system. So far it fits. All the passes, they fit there. All the knees between and everything we know kind of has to fit there. All the smashing. And I also attack from the guard. The key chokes, You have to know those things. They're not dangerous. Usually you don't teach that because it's not bad jiu-jitsu there. You have to stand up. No, just go in. And I can also do, who has a key? Yes. This is, just don't do it at home. But this This is this is extreme. I do a baseball joke from close guard. You know, from side control. From this is extreme option from this guard. But I like it because it's there. And so here I'm usually playing. Let's say here, you know, this grip, same grip. You know, here. One is always static, one is moving. I have this, and now I'm waiting for a time to insert this. And now what happens is, you know that in competitions you see, like, you know, they do it from side control, they roll, somebody takes their back, and they still get choked out. So this is one way. I do it from there. And people go like, oh, you can't. A couple of times I've done it. It's so crazy. But I like it to be there. It has to fit to the system. And you're aware of that. And that's, you know, there's better places to do the choke. But just, you can do it. So, also it works there. So a lot of things that we know that works should fit that system. MMA, right away, just punching everything, you're going to open the legs right away. And you're going to play guard differently. And MMA guard works right away like this. And then it's easier, let's say, if somebody gets up, I usually lay down. If you get distance, right away we're here. And now I usually get 2-on-1 better than he, faster than he does. I usually get better grips than he. And that's a really good sign for beginners, because they open before things go bad. Understand? Usually it's a big trouble for beginners, they hold on too long. And then somebody opens the legs and then they're, oh shit, open guard is gone. Yeah? But go back. So stand up, posture up a little bit. Just knee down, but just up. So here right away, usually they push also from me or something, yeah? Same thing. And now I have 2-on-1. This is very good habit. I can stall competition strategies, this is a different thing, but just, I teach that to beginners. And a couple of things, 2 things I want to say about everybody doing defense stupid, and then always defender is always a stupid one. I dislike that. But one thing, just let's say this portion, just for the knowledge. You know that everybody teaches that this position is like very easy to crash, yeah? They're like, do this, you circle the arms and then pull me forward, yeah? Do this, or you go inside out. No, with the arms. Yes, they pull you forward. Everybody's showing that this is the, oh, I do this and pull you forward. It's like, it should be harder to break. Understand? It's not be like, here, and I do this, and then I have close guard. No, this position should be like, I'm safe here. And you have to do very hard job to actually break it open. But everything I've seen is like, take a gi and then pull, and then do this, and they fall, and if it's that easy to kill, why are you even here? Why the defender has to be the stupid one all the time? Why I can't have... That's weird right now, yeah, I know. So, and also those things you have to consider, you know that. This is Jiu-Jitsu. I will go with your legs. That's why I need to pull them back. So, usually when I see also people teaching defense or attacks, they're against bad defense. That drives me nuts. Because we should have the best option defense, like in boxing, they do this, and then we play it open. Everything is beatable. But don't make an attacker a stupid one. Like they do this and that, and then I do arm bars and stuff, and you know, they should have a really good attack with good defense, and then you beat it. Everything is beatable. But we have to make an attacker do the best job they can do, like a defender. And then the best attacker arises. If somebody does everything, like put the arm on the neck and stuff, it's easy to beat them. But attackers should know, and that's, I think, is lacking in Jiu-Jitsu. Everybody's developing attacks all the time. Attacking has gone way, way past. And if you go like defensive skills, then people don't have less ideas there. And it kind of bothers me, so that's why I'm doing defense a lot, not defense. I like a turtle, back escapes. If you teach turtle in your gym this way, why? We know better. If you don't do the back escapes the way I do it, you have to stop. Do it my way, because that's the best we have right now. And we move forward. That's how science works. So we should move away from that because we have now better information. We have to test it, you have to doubt me, you have to like, it has to be wrong because you can't be right, but so far I'm right. So we have to change that. And everybody right away gets better. But it's a resistance a lot. So I don't mind that. And what else? And a gi chokes. I usually as a gi. Last thing. With gi chokes, everything makes more sense. I have a judo grip here. And now I have egg chokes. Understand what I mean? It doesn't make any sense to do it here. If they do my posture and everything, arm here and stuff, if they do something weird here, probably it's okay. But it's just yanking here. And it's already late. And they should do better stuff, then I can't do this. If you use my way of being top, it doesn't work. Just doesn't work. So defense has to be. This is not very good defense. Then I can be like, oh, Superman here. It's bad. So, but if you do my stuff, let's say here, judo grip, that's what they do, judo, nice art for throwing. And now, they can't posture up, yeah? And now I'm waiting. And like I can do this or that, whatever you know. So, loop chokes. You need only this, yeah? But first you have this. And then you sneak here, then you just go like a little bit, you know? Because posture is already bad. So everything works better there. So that's why I'm doing that. And I'm afraid to be right, but so far evidence is piling up that everything works better. So that's why I do it. And no gi and gi, exactly the same. That's crazy, I think. So I think I'm trying in my gym unite the arts. I don't like gi and no gi debate. I think they're both very awesome and they're both the same. In a way. So thank you. I hope I challenge your mind to think, and you can disagree or agree, but at least I hope I challenge something and you think about it a little bit. So that's only I ask. Thank you.